everyone, and welcome to the Let's Talk podcast. My name is Kamisha Whitaker-Moore, and today I have the honor of being joined by my daughter and co-host.
Hey, I'm Kaylin.
And today we have some special guests here today. We're going to talk a little bit about something that we really don't know anything about, but we're going to be introduced to it. And honestly, we hopefully you enjoy the episode. So who's going to be first? AV?
Yeah.
All right. So AV, hello.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm alright.
Well, good. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are.
Most everybody know me, but my name Avion Horton.
Okay.
Everybody call me AV.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. And so you have a sidekick here today?
Yeah, my little brother Caleb.
Okay. Caleb, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm just Caleb Payton. Everybody call me KP, and I calf rope.
Okay. So tonight we're going to be talking about bull riding and calf rope, and something that, like I said, Kaylin and I don't know too much about, but very interested in. So tonight we're just going to get into it, and we're going to ask a lot of questions. We're going to listen to AV and his partner on tonight, and we're going to let them tell their story of how all of this started. All right. Y'all ready?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All right, AV, we're going to start with you first. So tell me a little bit about you and how all of this started with you.
It started when I was a kid. I
Okay.
used to get in trouble a lot.
Did you
Like,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was-
man.
it
Every
was-
great story starts with a bad kid. Go ahead. Let me
Yeah.
listen to it.
So I used to get in trouble a lot, and I was like in the streets, just getting into stuff I
Yeah.
didn't have no business getting into.
Right.
So my mom, she was like, "Well, we're gonna try a different route."
Mm-hmm.
And I already had like horses. I was in love with them. You know, I used to want to be around them all the time.
Yeah.
So she was like, "I'm gonna take you to a rodeo." And from then, like when I first laid out on the rodeo, I was like, "Yeah, this is something I want to do."
Really?
Yeah.
So what about the rodeo just kind of hooked you?
Just the thrill of it, the support, the love you like people give you,
Mm-hmm.
it's different. It's not like it's just way different. Like it's not like football. It's like a better feeling than football. It's
Gotcha.
just the
Okay.
thrill of it that keep your blood pumping. Everybody here because they wanted to come see you ride, or you brought out a crowd, or you know.
Yeah, gotcha. Makes a whole lot of sense. What about you?
Well, I just got into it. My family draw me into it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I just took off from there. My dad threw me on the horse, put a rope in my hand, and I've been going ever since.
Really? So this is something that your dad does too?
Yeah, my dad did it for a long time, so I started doing it. My uncles and stuff did it. They taught me everything. My uncles really taught me everything I know.
Really?
You know,
That's
yeah.
That's not crazy, but I'm from DeKalb, a little small town in DeKalb, and once a year we would get the opportunity or a chance to go to the Black Rodeo that was always in DeKalb every year. And then as we got older, it stopped. But just to watch people bull ride or the girls ride horses and kind of do the little, is that barrel racing or
racing,
whatever,
barrel racing.
was super exciting to me. I never got on a horse, well, once or twice, but I never did anything like that. But it always looked very interesting. So, but I never knew a family that did it. But your entire family, or was it
Like,
just your uncles and
It's on
dad?
both sides. It's not my entire family, but most of them.
Okay,
I really started off like roping goats and stuff off horses.
really?
Yeah.
So how was that?
It was fun. Like, just know you got a good horse down there.
Yeah.
And just be able to follow this little bitty thing and
Yeah.
rope it. It was just exciting. It's
Gotcha.
exciting. And it's a cash cow.
Really?
For real.
Okay. So what about you? Was your family into this, or it was just something that you saw and fell in love with?
It was something I saw.
Really?
I'm the first one out of my family to start.
Really?
So, yeah, I got my brother hooked on it, my older brother. When I first asked him to ride, he was like, "Man, is you crazy?"
Yeah, for
Like, a
real.
little bit. But I got him to ride, so he doing pretty good too. He stay in Ohio. I
Yeah?
think Sydney, Ohio, one of
Mhm.
the two.
But he
He
ropes.
talking.
I mean, he rides up there.
Yes, man. He
Okay.
started down here. We both started. Actually, we started Mount Pleasant practice pen.
Gotcha.
So after I got him to riding in, it was like he was hooked on it like I was, and we be neck and neck at each other.
Really?
Yeah, but
Some
we
good,
pushing
healthy
each
competition.
other.
There's nothing wrong with that. And then you said you had a little brother that does it too.
Yeah, my little brother Tough.
Mm.
He started like the first time he rode, he got hurt. So I thought he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm done."
So this was the first time, the very
Mhm.
first
The
time
very
he
first
rode.
time he got on the bull, he got hurt, and he was like, he called me that next day. He was like, "Man, I'm ready to ride again." He was still in the hospital. I was like, "Hey, crazy," but I made him wait for a little bit
Yeah.
because I didn't want to just put him back on. He get hurt again, and then they tell him like, yeah, you not riding no more. So because that's my biggest fear. I don't want nobody to tell me that.
I totally understand that. I know as a mom, to two boys and a daughter, my middle son, he's an outside kid. He loves horses, he loves dogs, he loves all the things. And I know that if he was given the opportunity back then when he was younger, I promise you he would be doing the same thing at this point. But I know your mom has to worry about you and
Yes,
all the injuries and all the things that could happen. How does she feel about that?
when I first asked her to let me do it, I hid it for a long time. Like I had to hide it. So I was high school. I was in the FFA.
Yeah.
So they have a rodeo like every April.
Hmm.
Every April. So I had asked her to sign a permission slip. She was like, I'm not signing that. I was like, all right. So I tricked my grandma to do it.
Oh, wow.
She thought it was just regular paperwork. So
Mm-mm.
she was like, y'all sign it
You didn't trick Granny.
2 years straight.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so when I posted the videos of me riding,
Yeah.
my mama had a fit, but she seen like I wasn't gonna give up. 'Cause
Yeah.
after high school, I got in contact with a man
Hmm.
from Magnolia, I want to say,
Yeah.
named Rooster Shackelford, and they knew I was practicing. Like they knew I wanted to do it. So every time he got some new bulls that he was bucking, he would call me to come ride. And I probably wasn't lasting a second on them, but they would still had faith in me.
Really? Just
Yeah,
kind of let you continue to do it?
yeah, they took their time with me. Like they showed me a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good. What about your parents? I mean, because when you do, you can get hurt too. So how does your mom feel about all that and your dad?
My mom, yeah, she let me do it. She just feel like as long as I ain't in the streets or running
Yeah.
around as long as I'm doing something positive with my life,
Gotcha.
I can go. You know, I hit the road. See, I met my brother. We've been on that road since I met him.
Really? And this is what y'all been doing. You just
This is what
love
we've been
doing
doing.
this.
Just love been doing it.
So,
Yeah.
question. I know that you can graduate high school, you can get a basketball scholarship, you can get a golf scholarship, volleyball, baseball, softball, all that. Is this something that you can do?
Yeah.
Like on down the line, you get scholarship for all this
Yeah.
stuff too?
Yes, man.
Really?
Like in college, yes, man.
Yeah.
We got scholarships.
Didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I had to walk on. I didn't get a scholarship when I first
Really?
started.
I
Okay.
had got a scholarship. They offered me.
Really? Okay. Gotcha. But you had to walk on. Okay.
That first year I went to college, it was like in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to join, but I couldn't get no information. But I feel like God was like, it's not your time yet.
Yeah.
So when I got better, after I won the finals in 2023, I got to join the team, and I've been on the team ever since then.
Really?
Yeah.
So same team, same
Mhm.
people,
Yeah, that's how we
everything.
met. So the school rodeos is very different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's very different.
Real different.
So I
Really?
was there. When I met Caleb, my face lit up. I was like, yeah, it's time now. So.
I came to the school, and like he was the only black person on the team.
Gotcha.
I'm looking at the team.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Man,
I came and helped him.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, we helped each other now.
helping each other.
My first college rodeo,
Uh-huh.
I was scared. I was
Really?
nervous.
How did you do?
I didn't. I just went to watch that time
Okay.
because I just joined. But the next time I rode, it was pretty cool because the people that had the bulls, I knew them from
Mhm.
other rodeos. So,
Gotcha.
but yeah,
But I do have a question. So, because you made me think about this. When you said that when you went to the school, AV was the only black man that you saw there.
Yes, man.
How does this work when there's such a diversity or there's such a diverse this is such a diverse sport, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
man.
Because 9 times out of 10 when you're there you don't see us, we wait
Yeah.
once a year to go to a black rodeo in Shreveport now or whatever the case may be to
Yeah.
see somebody doing this, and there is like a separation there because you don't see too many of us doing that. So how does that feel being the minority when it comes to this? What does that feel like, and how do you kind of change the narrative a little bit?
I mean, we just keep going, knowing that it ain't many of us. You
Yeah.
know, it ain't many of us black cowboys out here.
Right.
So we just keep going. So maybe the little kids will look up and be like, "Yeah, I want to do that instead of trying to sling guns and sell
Yeah.
dope." You feel me?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just want to be somebody that they can look up to,
Gotcha.
so I keep going.
Gotcha. What about you, Evie? How do you feel
Mm.
about all that?
At first, well, really, I didn't really feel no type of way.
Yeah.
At first, I was nervous a little bit
Mm.
because of the background history and the stories you hear.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel no type of way when I first started. I was started with white people,
Yeah.
so they led me to where I'm at.
Yeah.
So I really didn't feel no type of way. But sometimes I go to these big rodeos and I be nervous at first, and then everybody come around and they the same as us. So I look at everybody as the same color. I really don't, discriminate or look at color because
Right.
the same thing I'm thinking, they thinking the same thing.
For sure.
And so like I done met a couple good guys that done helped me. Like Jeff Lee, he and Matt Palmer, they invited me to a national rodeo in Hope.
Mm.
And I was like, man, like I had just started getting good. So I'm like, I'd try. The first year I rode in it, I did all right. I didn't win or nothing like that, but it showed that I had heart.
Yeah.
So they invited me to Solemn Springs, and I went up there, and I think I won like second or third place.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next year, they came around in Hope again, and I rode again. I won second. And they were just happy. Like, they tell me all the time that they proud of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
I mean, it really ain't no problem with me. I look
Yeah.
at everybody the same. I give everybody the same respect.
Yeah.
I don't disrespect nobody, nothing like that. Like, they can be disrespectful, and I'm still be respectful to them.
Totally understand.
Because it's all about how you go about stuff, how you handle things, how you carry yourself. Like,
Yeah.
I was raised to be respectful. I wasn't raised to be disrespectful. So,
I totally understand that. I think that when it comes to us, when it comes to like rodeos and cowboys and different things like that, we forget honestly that this has been something that we've been doing for years,
yeah.
and years and years and years. I mean, honestly, just think about all the cowboys that we've read about, we've seen, that my uncle has talked to me about. I remember reading about and seeing something about Bass Reeves, and I know
Mhm.
that he was a lawman, but yet instead he was still a cowboy too.
Right,
So there were
right.
so many things that my uncle, definitely educated us on about this history, about how good we are, how we started back a long, long time ago. But honestly, at this point, I don't know. Do you guys feel like it's kind of fading away, or it's just now at its prime, or what are
Man,
you thinking?
I
I'm,
really, I really feel like it's coming back, to be honest,
Okay.
because you see everybody they want to, just run around and do other stuff, but then you got these people. I just came through here through Texarkana. I seen boys riding horses down the road.
Oh yeah.
uh,
Depending on which
ride-
way you go.
Yeah, they riding their
Yeah.
horses down the road, and I
Yeah.
was so happy. Like, dang, they
Yeah.
just out there.
they was young, too. So
It was young.
Yeah.
it'll make you happy, like, when you see that.
Yeah. So, you have kids?
No, man.
You have kids?
That's one.
Does your babies ride?
They starting to. Like,
Really?
they love it.
Okay.
My
So would
son,
you be
he crazy,
opposed?
Like, oh, man, he crazy about riding bulls. But
Really?
that's what if he do it, I'm right there with him 100%. I'm not going to stop him.
Gotcha.
I ain't going to tell him, no, you can't do that.
I got you.
Because I'll be wrong for that.
I totally understand that because it's what your mama told you. And
Yeah,
you kept on
yeah,
going
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, but the black rodeo is just starting to build Pickett.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's the biggest rodeo of the black rodeos I ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's crazy because I joined the Bill Pickett this year in January.
Mm-hmm.
After I won the finals, a man named Weefers Tires, and he texted me, he told me to call him. He was like, you want to join the Bill Pickett? At first I was nervous, I was scared. I was like, man, I ain't never heard of this before. I done heard of Bill Pickett, but the rodeo part I never heard of it. So I talked to my mom about it, we prayed, and so God was like, this your chance, take it.
Yeah.
So I took the chance, and I've been doing good. The man went from a stranger to like my coach, and now that's like I call him my pawpaw.
Gotcha.
So yeah, him and Mama D, his wife, like I call them like we like this.
Well, that's good.
But he kept me on my toes. He keep me on my toes. Actually, like if something ever going on, I can call him. Or if I need advice, I can call him and say, hey, like what do I do in this situation, or what do I need to do? And like I'll be getting ready to ride a bull, and he'll come right there, and I won't ride. Like if he not right there,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him, man, my papa gotta be right here,
Gotcha.
because he'll tell me what to do, what I need to do. Once I ride and get out that bull, we looking at each other smiling.
That's
we,
good.
We go to the pay window. So
I know that's right.
Yeah.
That's good though. As a bull rider and as a
Effort.
calf roper, what does it take physically and mentally to do those things?
Gotta have a good mindset.
Okay.
You gotta be humble, stay resourceful. You gotta have like resources, you know, something to help you get better, practice.
Okay.
You gotta have like transportation, especially calf roping. You gotta have horse, trailer, truck, all that. And then like I just said, be humble and have connections, meet connections,
Gotcha.
get to know people. You
Okay.
know, have somebody on your side to help
I got you. So what about physically? What does it
Physically,
take? Mm-hmm.
you. Gotta get in the gym. Like you said, you gotta eat right.
Yeah.
Take care of your body. You know, you can't be no. You gotta be solid calf roper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I told y'all earlier, we went to the fairgrounds. I can't remember when this was, but I saw one of the biggest calf ropers I had ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
I really
man.
didn't think that he was gonna make it off that horse, but that guy was quick. He was so quick. He just kind of moved like, whoop, and I'm like, oh, okay. But he was pretty big. He was a pretty big guy. So you have to have all of that. You have to have a lot of strength. You
Yeah,
can't be as
calf ropers are very abnormal.
gotcha.
You can meet all different sizes of them.
Really
It's really just fundamentals.
gotcha.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta be able to get down quick, swiftly, go down there and tie that calf.
He was pretty quick. He was. He surprised me. What about you, Av, in your sport? What does
My
it take
sport,
physically and mentally?
it, yeah, you just gotta want to do it. But like me, I go to the gym every day, almost every day. I try to eat healthy. I try to stay on the right track. Now, some people, I mean, there's different strokes for different people. Cause like some people don't go to the gym and they still ride good, or they eat what they want and they still ride good. But me, I feel like I gotta eat right and I gotta stay in the gym. And if I don't go to the gym or don't go to practice, I feel like I'm getting behind or I done lost it. So
Yeah.
I gotta stay ahead of the game. And then like it's a lot mentally. Yeah, it's like a lot. Cause sometimes you can feel like it's not for you and you don't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
And I done went through a lot, like man, like heartbreaks, all that, and it pushed me to do what I'm doing now.
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing is like I keep in the back of my head, like yeah, like this is your sport, like this what's gonna get you out of here. This what's gonna take you to the top.
Yeah.
This what like everybody loves seeing you doing it now. So this is what I'm known by. And so like I used to like my feelings would be hurt about something, and I go ride a bull, and I do like
You're good.
yeah, like I put out
Okay.
my all into it. Like I just like I put my feelings on the line. Like you know I be sitting there thinking
Mm-hmm.
like man like I ride this bull, then I'm overcoming my heartbreaks, my feelings, and all that. And man, I done been through depression, and it helped me get out of depression.
Totally get that.
Yeah, losing my brother earlier this year, AMAC. He went everywhere with me.
Yeah.
It was like there wasn't a rodeo I was at, he wasn't it, and so it was just crazy. Like you have somebody on your side, and then you wake up one morning and you get that text, and like the world just fall down.
Yeah.
And man, that was heartbreaking. I woke up that morning, like we had just came back from a rodeo, like just came back from finals, and we went back to school, and we was talking. He was like, "Man, I really don't want to go home." I'm like, "Man, I'm gonna go home, go get an apartment, so you come stay with me."
Yeah.
And I woke up one morning, and I just got that text, and I'm like, "Man, like I just started, man, crying, didn't know what to do."
Yeah.
Like he was with me the last time I won the Black Rodeo, so this Black Rodeo it kind of felt different. Like I
Yeah.
was like, man, he supposed to be with me right now. But I mean, I had people push me. My older brother Cardell, he was going to the rodeos with me before AMAC was, so he was there. He still go. Like some rodeos I don't win, they be like, man, you beat yourself up. Like
Yeah.
you done rode better bulls than this. You thinking about it too much, or you're not trying hard enough. Or if I'm slacking anywhere, he gonna tell me like he gonna call me and tell me like a big brother's supposed to do.
Yeah.
So once I went back to school and he started working a lot, he wasn't able to go a lot. So AMAC started going, and that's how me and AMAC. I introduced AMAC to bull riding, cowboy, and all that. Like I gave him his first hat,
Yeah.
and my brother Cardell gave him some boots, and he was like, man, he started wearing them every day.
Yeah.
And his mom was like, man, this is crazy. Like every time he called, he was like, yeah, I ain't coming home this week. I'm going to a rodeo. So when I met his mom and everything, she loved me. She was like, he talked good about me. I never knew that. And
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh, for Christmas." Like, man, I got y'all something. Yeah, when they got them some boots. So I was like, yeah, like you you head over heels about this stuff now. So
Yeah.
yeah, we know you serious. But
That's,
yeah,
that's good. I know that sometimes that um what we what we put or what we what is it? What's the saying? Whatever you feed the most, that's exactly who's gonna be the biggest or the strongest. And so
mm-hmm.
I think that for you, that's bull riding. For you, that's calf roping. For everybody, it's something different that kind of
Yeah,
helps them cope with different things that we do. Like for me, it's this. I love doing this. It kind of helps me kind of de-escalate different situations or things that go on in my mind or whatever the case may be, because you can kind of talk about things, you can kind of do whatever, and then on the top of that, there's an advantage of you just really helping somebody else telling your
yeah.
story. Is there misconceptions about black cowboys, bull riders, calf ropers?
I be
Yeah.
wondering the same thing. Like I'll be in my truck and I feel like, dang, I ain't got my boots. I wonder if they gonna think I'm a cowboy.
I,
That just be running through my head.
I totally
I
I be
understand.
just
wanting people to know that I'm a cowboy
Yeah.
because I don't want them to think he's just another black man,
yeah, just like the work boot.
thug.
Yeah.
I don't be wanting them to think that about
Well,
me.
I'm telling you, you don't have any boots on, but you're definitely a cowboy for sure,
Yeah.
belt buckle and all.
Thank
What
you.
about you, AV? Any misconceptions about bull riding or whatever?
No, it's crazy because a lot of people they'll stop me. They'll be like, "Man, that's the dude from TikTok, or that's the one that be riding the bulls." So
Yeah,
I feel like everybody knowing that they don't know, then they'll figure it out sooner or later.
I got you.
Like I wear regular clothes sometimes, but like I can't wear. I got like a lot of Jordans all in my closet, and now I just feel like I don't look right in it. So
Right.
I keep a pair of boots on, or a button down, or
Okay.
some type of shirt that make me look presentable. It's
Totally
all
understand.
about like just how you carry yourself.
Presentation.
Yeah, so
Totally understand that. I do. I do. So, do y'all have like a pre-ritual situation or a pre-ritual thing that y'all do before you get out there on that calf? I mean, on that bull. What about
yeah,
you and calf roping? Before you
Um,
start anything, is there like a thing that y'all do?
yeah, with me, I like I like to listen to music, before I rope. Cause like if I don't, my heart will go to race.
Gotcha.
Like, cause like I'm ready to go out there and do it, but I'll
Mhm.
be knowing. With cat room, you gotta be calm. Like I said, you gotta be humble. So you gotta be calm, and cause you gotta score and all that. When I listen to music, I just be calm. Then when I go out, I just
You ready to go?
ready to go
Totally understand that.
and
What about
stretching
you?
and all that.
Okay. What about you?
I can't listen to music.
Nope.
I do terrible. Yeah, I do terrible when I listen to music, so I don't do it. But when I wake up that morning, I got a rodeo that day. I read my Bible. Me and my mom, we'll be on FaceTime. We'll read it, go back and forth, scripture for scripture, praying. And after that, I go work out. I just keep myself boosted and motivated. And then at the rodeo, it's the same thing. I go by myself. I pray, read the scripture. Then I call my mom. She'll be on the phone, and I'll be like, "Can we pray?" And she'll pray and stuff. And I just kind of stay loose, stay stretched, and make sure everything ready.
Yeah.
Make sure I be there on time because it matters. You come late, you rushing. You can pray and everything, but you still want to do good because you rushing.
Gotcha.
So after you have your set schedule of what you're gonna do, how you gonna do it, then it'll go pretty smooth. You just gotta remember what you came here for. Like
Yeah.
it don't matter who came, who didn't come, and that's what I used to do bad. Like I used to worry about who would come or who would be in the stands,
Yeah.
and I used to care like, man, they told me they were coming, but they ain't come. And so my mom was like, man, you gotta worry about you.
Mm-hmm.
Can't worry about who come, because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you can't only do one thing, and you don't want to go on a long ride home and then win nothing. It
Yeah.
don't feel good. So
Totally get it.
yeah,
Totally understand that. I know that I'm gonna tell you what this wise man told me. It doesn't matter how many people show up or how many likes you get. You just gotta keep pushing. You just
yeah,
gotta keep doing what you do because you love it. And at the end of the day, it's all about you. Nobody else but you and the sport that you want to do something with or in. So there's a goal that you're trying to reach,
yeah,
and whatever that goal is, whether it's monetary or just something that you just love to do,
yeah.
doesn't matter who's up in those stands. You gotta do what you gotta do and keep on riding.
Yeah, that's the tough thing.
Yeah.
Like the goal, I set my goal so high to where if I reach that goal, I gotta set another big goal.
Yeah.
I just keep setting them back to back to back. And so I think the main thing is just
Mhm.
pushing myself. Cause it could be some days to where like I could be in my feelings. And I'm talking about like in my feelings, don't want to talk to nobody, don't want to be around nobody. But I take that and I just push myself to like snap back, like don't fall back in that hole where I was depressed all by myself.
Yeah.
You know, just I try to keep myself out of there, but sometimes I just have like flashbacks and like trauma a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it can get tricky sometimes because it was like at some point I used to question myself, like, man, do I want to do this?
Mhm.
Like, is this what I really want to do? Like, even though I'm winning, like, I mean, you can win the world, but if you're not in the right headspace, it's really, I mean, it
Yeah.
really ain't nothing you can do. Like, and I hated it. Like, man, my biggest part of depression, like, I always felt like I was alone.
Yeah.
And there was people there for me, but I couldn't talk to them. I didn't feel comfortable. And so, like, I meant to my brother, Cardell, my auntie. I could talk to my mom, but it's still so much that I have bottled in. Like, I still ain't let a lot go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, dealing with all that type of stuff is pretty tricky. And then, like, when it comes to females, I used to be, I, I never healed from a heartbreak. So,
Yeah.
I used to just talk to different females, talk to multiple ones. And I'm like, dang, like, I still feel the same. Like,
Yeah.
it was like a flaw and all. It was cool and all, but after a while, I just had to realize like that's not where it's at no more. Like you can't keep doing females wrong. They'll really love me, but to me, I'm like, I really don't care
Mhm.
because I was feeling like I feel like I was feeling like everybody was the same, but they really wasn't. I was just like taking what I had from the past relationship and move forward
Yeah.
with the same intention, same thing, and I mean, I heard a lot of females doing that,
Yeah.
and I hate I did that. Like I'm sorry for that because they weren't supposed to go through that. Like my kids' mom, like I took them through it, especially Leilani mama. I took her through it,
Yeah.
and like I hate I did that because she didn't do nothing to me. Like she was there for the hard part, but after a while, like she got tired of it, so we just went our separate ways. And I was like now I look at it like, yeah, I was wrong. And at first, I was like, man, it
Yeah.
is what it is. I thought it was all fun and game, but after a while, I realized like, man, like you was wrong. I tell my mom, like I talk to people about it all the time. They were like, well, you can't go back and undo what you did,
Right.
but it taught me a valuable lesson. Like, you can't play with people's feelings
No, you cannot.
because the same way they were feeling when I was doing it, I was feeling like that when I got played or when I got cheated on or when
Yeah.
I went through something. So I know how it feel, but at the time I was immature, wasn't being mature about it. So I just, just threw it out the door and kept doing it.
I got
And
you.
I feel like that's another thing. Like for me to keep riding the bull, like I gotta be right. Like
Right.
everybody, I'm not saying I gotta be perfect, but I gotta have the right mindset. I gotta go in there with a clear head. I gotta go in there and like think with the right positive track. If I go
Mhm.
in on a negative person that I was back then,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna get nowhere.
Totally understand.
So I had to change. I had to want to change it myself. Because if you don't want to change yourself, can't nobody make you change. Can't nobody. They could tell you need to change, but
Mhm.
you gotta want to do it yourself. Like you gotta want to feel that. And like right now, I'm in CDL school, so I was like, I couldn't pass my test. I can't pass my test. I can't pass my test. And I called my brother, and at first I was scared to vent to him about it.
Mhm.
And he was like, man, you not focused.
Right.
Cordell said, man, you not focused, bro. It was like, bro, you got so much going on. Like, you don't focus. You focus on too much at one time. That's why you
Mhm.
can't pass your test. And I was telling everybody that, like, I couldn't pass my test. And they was like, oh, it's this or oh, it's that. When he said that, like, I felt different about it. I was like, yeah, you right.
Yeah.
I told my mama what he said. She was like, yeah, you right. You not focused. She said, I just didn't want to say nothing because I didn't want you to think I was trying to tell you what to do
Yeah.
or think I'm trying to run you or something like that. So once I 100% start putting my focus towards it, like I'm learning stuff, I'm doing better, like going to class on time, going just waking up in the morning, going to eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Like, man, when my focus off, I don't be going to class. Like, I sleep in the room all day because I be depressed. My mind be all over the place. But once my focus on, I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm going to work out in the morning. Like sometimes me and my brother, we'll wake up at 4 in the morning and go work out. Like we might be doing different things, but I feel like I see him pushing himself. He see me, so we pushing each other by watching each other, helping each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's different things. He taught me how to tie a calf, so I put him on the pool. So
Man,
like it's just
it got real serious one morning. It's like 4 in the morning, and he came in there because I told him I was gonna get up and work out. I wasn't feeling good. He went to to the RAs
Mm.
and told them he was me, and he locked out my room
yeah.
and and came up to my room and woke me up
Wow. To
Yeah.
get you up to go work out?
to get me up and work out. And I thank him for it every day. Like he really pushed me to be better than
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
better,
good.
better
That's
than
good.
myself.
When you have somebody that's holding you accountable of different things, that's always a plus for sure. Back to you. Do you think that all the things that you went through, all of that not being focused and all of that is due to you not being healed or not healing from a heartache or from past relationships and different things like that? And if so, have you healed?
I ain't gonna say I just healed 100%. I still go through it. So
Yeah.
I try to take it one step at a time. It's hard to change.
Yeah.
Cause once you're used to something for so long and what you done grew up around,
Mm-hmm.
like I had to break that curse. I had to set that milestone. Like today, this is it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I want to change. Like so, like, I just take it slow. But in the end, like I look at it as I don't never say it was a struggle. I've been through the struggle. I look at it as like these are my battles,
Mm-hmm.
and I gotta conquer these battles. I gotta win. Like I can't lose. Cause if I lose, I feel like I done lost everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll feel like I done lost the battle, like I done lost the race. But if you tell yourself that, then you're gonna lose. But if you just tell yourself like, I'm not letting this keep me right here in this hole for long.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not stopping right here. Like my journey doesn't end.
Mm-hmm.
And so like that's why it's like it mean a lot to me. Like when I go to a rodeo, it's just like I'm here to do one thing. And sometimes I might not always win, but I know what I did wrong. I know what I got to do for that next ride.
Gotcha.
But that if I don't win, if I win, it could be a tie, anything. The people still love you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I had to learn that. Like my first PBR rodeo I went to, I didn't win. Like I did terrible, but it was a PBR, like that's professional, like this top dog.
Mm-hmm.
So me being 21 going to the PBR, I'm like, man, I'm probably the youngest guy here. And then riding with people that got big names,
Mm-hmm.
I used to be nervous, terrified. So after I got over that spell, it was pretty cool. But I went to the PBR one year. I think it was last year I went to the PBR.
Mm-hmm.
Went to like 3 rides. And I was like, man. But it taught me that it's like something like you gotta be serious about it. You can't come out here and play.
Right.
Because these bulls got a job and they gonna do their job regardless if you ready, when you nod your head or when you say let's go. So like I didn't do good. I was like, dang. But I didn't doubt myself.
Right.
But I got invited to the PBR.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, so I was like, well, I came, I showed my face, and I showed I wasn't scared. I was still came to handle business.
Yeah.
And so people still wanted to take pictures. And in my head, I'm like, bro, I didn't do good. I barely stayed on the bull. Y'all
Yeah.
still want to take a picture? No, like, yeah, we still, like, and that's every rodeo, win, lose, or draw.
Yeah.
They still want to take pictures. They still like, man, you crazy, but I support you.
I think it's more like just an amazement of the things that you do because every sport is not like that sport. You
Definitely.
have basketball, which is a contact sport. You have football, that's a contact sport. Volleyball, all these things that are contact sports. But bull riding and calf roping,
Yeah.
Extreme contact.
It is a
Yeah, yeah,
definitely
yeah.
extreme contact sports. I remember a long time, and when I say a long time ago, I mean a long, long time ago. I remember watching this bull rider that face hit the back of the bull head and shattered like bones in his face. But then after he was over that, he was right back on that bull. And I'm
Uh,
like, what in the world does it take for people to just sit down and just not do it
the
anymore?
doctor.
But then your brother,
Yeah.
he was telling the story about how his
He punctured
rib
his lung.
punctured his intestines or
Yeah,
his
his
lung,
intestine.
and he was ready to get back on the bull.
Yeah, he was ready. Like he called me fired up. I
So
thought he
I
was. I thought he was high. Like, nigga, you saw?
I feel like this is a sport that honestly, you guys, if you take it seriously, it's scary.
It-
And then honestly, you're taking a chance on your life,
Yeah, it's
especially
a
with
big.
bull riding.
Yeah, it's a
So
big
I
chance.
think this
Like
is
a big.
why we are all in like awe when we
Mm-hmm.
see you guys riding bulls. And I know that I'm in awe when I see a black man riding bulls, or when I see
Yeah,
a black woman doing bear races, or when I see a black man calf roping, because
yeah,
honestly, this is something that you don't see a lot of. And when you do, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's like celebrity status to me in my mind because I don't see this a lot. You don't see this
yeah.
on TV a lot. You kind
Mm.
of see a mixture of everybody on TV when you watch these things. And so I think the picture thing is like, we've never seen that before. And this is super
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah. That's
But
how it
honestly, you
is.
just never know who sees you doing whatever you do
That's
and
the main
then
thing. Is
start.
it's just like it's people out there watching that you don't know watching,
Right.
and it's like sponsors. Like you have sponsors. You like, dang, y'all was watching me. So yeah, that's your appearance,
Yeah.
how you carry yourself, like
Hmm.
how you approach different situations. So I don't know, but the hurt part, I I ain't gonna say I like when I get hurt, but I just know like I put in that work. Like
Yeah, because
that's
you
just
you
like
have
we're
a
working
broken
out.
foot right now, right?
Yeah, I had my broke my foot, and the crazy thing is I broke my foot. I was like, I think I broke my foot, but I was being sarcastic, so I was like, I was still playing basketball, still working out, and my foot just kept hurting like when I walked. So I was like, I'm gonna go to the trainer. She sent me to get an X-ray, and it was broke the whole time.
Mm.
So the woman came in there, she felt on my foot. I jumped a little, man, that hurt. So let me go look at your X-ray. I'm like, all right. So I was sitting in there, just thinking. She came back in, she said, oh yeah, it's broke.
Yeah.
I was like, bro. She was like, you want to see the X-ray? I was like, yeah, I need to see it. And it was like a week before finals that I found out. So I was like, what? I got finals. She was like, you taking the test? I said, no. No, man, I got to ride bulls. And she was like, well, if you, we could put your foot in a boot.
Mm.
And so the only time you can take it off is when you practicing, taking a shower, or going to sleep, or
Mm.
working out. So I take it off, but I mainly keep it on. I try to. So I mean, I broke my rib before, right before finals,
Mm.
last year. Nah, the year before that,
Mhm.
I broke my rib, and it was like yeah. So I kind of think I need to stop practicing for a final because I always break some.
I think practice is good. You just got to be careful.
Yeah,
So I do have a question because I know we're coming to a close in just a little bit. Um, as far as bull riding is concerned and calf roping is concerned, I want you to just honestly, for the people who don't know and has never seen, what does that look like? Tell us step by step what you do when you ride a bull. How long does it take? What is considered like good? What's considered bad? I mean, what does that
mm.
feel like? What when you're on that bull? All of those things. What's going through your mind? And then whenever you're done, we're gonna let your brother go. We're gonna let Caleb talk about it.
So when I get ready to ride a bull, like everything, I'm getting my stuff ready to put my pants on and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And while I'm doing it, like I'm remembering if when that bull jump, like I gotta get off my rope.
Yeah.
Can't sit on my butt. So I'm just remembering my motions. But the main thing when I climb in that chute, like everything that I was thinking about before, I gotta let it go.
Yeah.
I gotta think about my job. Cause if I'm thinking about, like let's say I got into an argument earlier that day before the rodeo, if I'm still thinking about that argument when I'm on that bull, I can hurt myself
Yeah.
because my head wasn't in the right place. So when I get in that chute, it's just like it's time. When I put my helmet and everything on, I climb down in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there getting ready, like I'm getting my rope, everything ready. So as they pulling my rope, get my rope hot to where it's sticky. Like I put rosin on my rope to where my hand's sticking there.
Mm-hmm.
So as they pulling my rope, I'm thinking about like what I need to do, what I gotta do. Am I okay? Is this comfortable to me? Am I gonna be able to fight,
Mm-hmm.
win the fight when they open and shoot? So after I top my hand in there, like in practice, I just wrap it one time and put it back through my hand to where I can just open my hand after I get done and let it go. And when I bull ride, I do it's called like a suicide route.
Mm-hmm.
It's dangerous because you can get caught up in it. I got caught up in one,
Oh no.
but I still do it. So I wrap my rope and I let my pinky up, but my hand, like it's already sticky, like it's like sticky.
Mm-hmm.
So I take my rope and I put it through my pinky, I close it, and that rope it'll come out, and I lay it up there on the back of the bull hump,
Mm-hmm.
slide up on that rope, and when I nod my head and that bull jump, I'm looking which way he gonna go. I gotta follow him.
Right.
If he go right and I go left, I just lost.
All right.
But if he go right and I go right with him, or he go left, I go left with him, I'm locked on to him, and then I'm not coming off until that buzzer come or he run me into a gate. 9 out of 10, I still be on him. So the main thing is just remember everything that you do. It's just like a sport, a regular sport.
Mm.
Everything that y'all practice and practice, remember you gotta memorize. You gotta remember what to do. So you gotta do the same thing when it's time, like when them Friday night lights come on the football field,
Mm-hmm.
or they come on the court. It's the same thing. So the same way they prep themselves to get ready, that's the same thing. It's just a different ball game, a different sport. Like it's not all the same. I'm not gonna say a football player can just come out here and he's strong, so he can just be stronger than think he's stronger than a bull because it ain't gonna work.
Mm-mm.
I used to think the same thing. Like I was playing football, I had football offers, and I went to try for the team one time, and I was at tryouts, and I was like, man, everybody don't make it in football, so I left. I was like, yeah, I'm finna go ride a bull. And then
Did
next day I
you?
went and got back on the bull. So everything you go over in practice is just the same thing. You can't forget.
Gotcha.
Now sometimes your mind will go blank. Like mine, I'd be nervous, excited, pumping, my heart be racing. When they open that chute, everything leave, and I go to doing my job. So yeah,
Mm-mm. How long you have to stay on that bull?
8 seconds.
Mm-mm. That's 8 seconds of
It's
roughness.
long.
Yeah, I bet.
Everybody be sitting in the stand like, man, that ain't bad. On the back of that bull is
I
long.
bet it is.
Cause I be sitting on there, I be riding. I be like, God, leave when they gonna let it go.
So you know when you're done when you hear the buzzer or when you come off or hit a wall.
When you mainly you stay on until you hear that buzzer.
Gotcha.
But if you come out before that buzzer, you you lost.
Got it.
And that's the worst feeling in the world.
I'm sure.
Or if you touch the bull with your extra hand, you gotta have one hand in the sky, like in the air, controlling. That's where your weight come in at.
Got it.
If your hand right, you all right. If your hand off not balanced, your weight gonna follow that hand. And you gotta keep your chin down. If you riding the bull in your head like this, you're not gonna stay off.
No, because you kind of
No.
off.
Yeah,
Gotta be centered.
I done made some mistakes riding, but I hurry up and correct myself.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I was in practice and the bull came out. He bucked pretty hard, and I was leaning, and I was like, "No, I'm not letting go yet." So he went to the left and kind of like set me back up on him to where I can ride him.
Mm. So
I was like,
sometimes it
yeah.
works to your advantage.
Yeah, it
You
just
just gotta
depends.
stay on him.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. What about you, Caleb? What does yours look like?
Well, calf roping a little different than the rough stock. Rough stock you fighting with the time. Calf rope you fighting against time.
Gotcha.
So when I go in there, I get on my horse. I mount up. I got my ropes, everything, picket string. I go to that box and I'm just praying. Go out there, make a run. I'm listening to my uncles in the background. Go out there, just make your run, just catch.
Yeah.
you know. And I put my string behind my back, put him between them teeth of mine, walk in that box. I sit back. I just be like, go out there, catch, just catch. You ain't got to worry about ground, just catch.
Just catch.
Cause that be my main goal. Just I want to catch.
Right.
So when I nod my head and that latch open, I go out there and I catch. Just know I'm red hot.
Yeah,
I step off that
ready.
horse
Yeah.
and go down there and I flank and tie, throw my hands to the stand, and it's over. It's a done deal. I done did my job. Horse done did her job.
Yeah.
You know, it's time to get paid.
I totally understand
Yeah,
that. How long does
they
yours
wanted
take?
to.
Is yours like a limit of
No, it's
like
not a time.
ABs? Okay, okay.
You gotta, like I
Whoever's
say,
the
it's fighting.
fastest?
It's a fast event.
Okay, okay.
You know, like barrel racing or steer wrestling. All of this racing against time. You know, you trying to beat the clock.
Yeah.
They trying to stay with the clock.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Sounds good to me.
Mm.
What you say, Abby? Yeah.
No, I was listening.
Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, y'all, this is I mean, honestly, it's exciting to me. Like I said, just kind of growing up in a small little town, really not knowing too much about rodeos, just kind of seeing people on TV, hearing about different things, and then you get to go to like one rodeo a year. You really never know what it entails as far as like bull riding or
Yeah,
anything like that. That's one of the I don't know. It's exciting to me just kind of watching you guys. That's a dangerous
yeah,
sport.
yeah, it is.
And your mom is okay. I'm pretty sure your mama got you under the blood, over the blood, and everything else when it
Yeah,
comes to prayer.
she be making me take breaks.
Yeah,
I'm a hard head when it comes to that. 'Cause I
totally
don't want to
understand.
stop.
Oh, me too.
So she'll be like, "You need to rest, or you need to do this." And so like she be like, "Yeah, you can't go to this rodeo." She'll talk me out of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Man, all right." So, like when I was in the hospital for like 3 days, them
Mhm.
3 days I was in the hospital, and I had a rodeo that next weekend, but they told me I had to sit out like 2 weeks. So I had went to that rodeo, and I wanted to ride, but I couldn't. So my other brother TJ, he was like, Cole, you wanna make some money?
Mm.
Yeah. Well, usually when somebody start off like that, it ain't good.
No.
So I was like, yeah. And he was like, you know, if you ride my bull, you gonna win, right? I was like, yeah. Like I do. The man told me what the bull do, so I was like, yeah, I know it. He was like, just give me my money back that I paid at the end of the rodeo
Right.
after you win. I said, all right, deal. And I had all my stuff, everything. So I called my mom. I was like, man, I really want to ride.
Told you no.
Yeah, she was like, nah, don't do that. You got other rodeos coming up. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to risk yourself, hurt yourself again.
That's true.
And you go out there and get hurt or you do something wrong and now you hurt and can't ride for like a year or two.
Yeah.
So she had to talk me out of it. She was like, and if you ride, I'm taking all your stuff.
Mm.
I'm like, golly.
Sometimes mamas knows best.
Yeah.
Sometimes
So,
you just gotta listen to what they say. Honestly, it's just for the betterment of y'all, or just for safety. Just kind of listen to what we gotta say, even though you don't agree.
it'd be hard.
Yeah, I
promise
totally
you.
understand that. I have 3 children of my own, and
Right,
it's definitely
yeah.
hard for some of them to listen to things that the mom says or what I say or Granny says or whatever. But
It's just like,
sometimes we
yeah,
do it because we care. We do it because we love you guys, and not to
yeah,
kind of make you mad or hinder anything, but
yeah.
because sometimes we know best, and sometimes it's okay to sit down and chill out and just listen to us every now and again.
Yeah, it'd be hard for me.
I totally understand that, especially a little
So,
bad kid that started bull riding.
yeah. Yeah.
I
And
totally
she,
get it.
like earlier, I got old school money collar 1981.
Mm-hmm.
And my cousin, he asked me to buy it. And so he threw me a price, and I'm like, I think I'm finna sell my car. And she was like, she sat right there for a minute. And she could tell that, like, it wasn't mine, like, I was just finna get rid of it.
Yeah.
And she was like, she was like, hey, let's ride, take me around the block in your car.
Mm-hmm.
And when we came back, she was like, don't sell your car. Because you're going to be mad that you sold it, like, you're going to be sick.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. Because she felt like I did good. She was like, just fix it up.
Yeah.
And after a while, you get you another one, then you sell it. But right now, don't sell it.
Yeah.
And it's not even all the way done or put together. She was like, so if he offering you that for your car right now, like just imagine.
When you're done.
Yeah. So I was like,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna keep it then.
There you go. It's okay to listen. Okay to listen. I know I've had a really good time listening to you guys and your story and how things started and about your parents and how your family pushed you. At the end
Yeah.
of every podcast, though, we leave with a positive, something that you could tell someone that is trying to enter the rodeo life or tell someone who's thinking about it and just, or just saw you two
Yeah.
in some rodeo, whatever. Just kind of leave them or give them a positive of what, just kind of tell them a little bit about, hey, you know, should you do it? Maybe not. Whatever the case may be, whatever your positive is today, whatever you want somebody to take away. So
Uh,
go ahead and let them in on that.
Okay,
you-
so my mama always tell me, to whom much is given, much is required.
Hmm.
You have to put in to get something out.
Right.
You can't. That's just like planting crops. You gotta put your seed in the ground.
Yeah.
You gotta you gonna reap whatever seed you sow.
True.
yeah.
Just keep your mind on what matters. Keep your mind on the positive, and just do you.
Good job.
Mm.
What about you, AB?
Uh, just stay strong. Like whatever you want to do in life, you do it. Don't let nobody doubt you.
Right.
Don't let nobody take it away from you. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it.
Gotcha.
Cause I went through that, you know. Now I stayed with it. So I look back at all the times people laughed or was like, I told them I was gonna be a professional bull rider. Like they were laughing. It ain't funny.
Yeah.
But I just kept in the back of my head like I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it. And another thing, like my mom, she told me, whatever God has in store for you, can't nobody take that away from you.
That's true.
So as long as you strong and you stay strong, like just stay with it. And everybody, like anybody can text me about riding bulls and I'm gonna show them the way. Like it might take me a minute to text back. Like I'm horrible at texting, but I try to get back with them. So it take a minute, but they can text me. I give them my number and like I show them different things on FaceTime. With Tough, I didn't know Tough from a man on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
He was a stranger at first. Now it's like my little brother. So we'd be on the phone and I'd tell him, or we'd be in practice and I'd tell him what he need to do or show him. But I told him, like, at home, when you're not doing nothing, you get on that ball, you balance yourself.
Yeah.
Once you feel like you learn how to balance yourself, you just stay on there, get on there for like an hour, get on there for 50 minutes or 40. It just depends on, like, how good you want to be at it. Like, even though I'm telling him everything of how to be the best, he got to take that and run with it. Like, he got to put that in the back of his mind, like, I'm going to be the best. That's just like we was at practice last Wednesday, and he was like, I'm gonna ride like you one day.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm gonna be like you or ride good like you. And that was at the end of practice. I said, nah, you're gonna ride better than me. You're gonna
Yeah.
be better than me. And he was like, you think so? I was like, yo, I'm gonna make sure of it.
Yeah.
I said, all I want you to do is listen. Whatever I learn from other people, I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna show you. So, like, I go to a lot of practice pins, a lot of rodeos, and like it's crazy. Like they'll be nervous. Like other people be nervous. I'm like, man, we already lost.
Yeah.
I be like, nah, bro, it ain't that, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't count yourself out.
yeah. Don't count yourself out. Don't be like, yeah, we just lost, so
Yeah.
we finna go home and we ain't even gonna try. Even though I'm in competition with y'all, I'm gonna help y'all, tell y'all what to do,
Yeah.
tell you slide up on your rope, or tell you what you did wrong, or tell you what you need to do, or help you. Like I done met a lot of guys that I done helped and they done helped me, and then I done met a lot of guys that that don't like me
Yeah.
because they feel like I'm a threat. When I joined the Bill Pickett, man, it was two guys that ain't like me.
Yeah.
I ain't understand why. I'm like, come on, bro, like we doing the same thing, supposed to be pushing each other.
Yeah.
But they was just like, they feel like I was a threat, and they ain't like that. Like, I'm
Yeah.
coming into y'all association. I started winning. And I remember one time after I won a rodeo, I tried to shake the dude's hand. He threw a piece of dirt on my pants. I laughed at him. Don't want to know why I laughed, because I changed. And at the end of the day, I was walking home. I was walking to the truck with a pocket full of money.
Pocket full of his money.
Man,
For
so
sure.
my thing is to the younger generation or the older generation, like, you got to have a different mindset.
Yeah.
The same mindset you had and it wasn't helping, you got to change that mindset. It's not about who watching or who you can do it better than. You gotta be better than yourself.
Right.
And that was the main thing with me. Like, I gotta be better than myself. I gotta, like I set a goal. JB Mooney, he the 7 million bull rider. So I was like, I'm gonna reach 10 million.
Yeah.
And that's my goal. And I'm gonna reach that goal. And I'm gonna be close to it. Like, I'm gonna reach it. And I tell everybody that, like, I'm gonna be better than JB Mooney, Chase Outlaw. And that's just the mindset you gotta have. And there's
Yeah.
nothing to it. I don't have nothing bad to say about him or nothing like that. Cause that's who I looked up to. So the people I look up to, I gotta say I'm gonna be better than them.
That's true.
And that's like, I told my dad one time, I was like, I'm gonna be like you when I grow up. He was like, now you gonna be better than me. Don't be like me when I grow up.
Yeah.
Cause it's a lot of stuff I did I don't want you to do. I don't want you to make that same mistake I did. My mama said the same thing. It was like when I used to get in trouble, it was to a point like she was ready to wash her hands. And it didn't snap a dawn on me until I got into high school and I started taking life more serious.
Yeah.
So, main thing, stay focused, set goals, and just stay grinding. Because it's all going to pay off in the end. And the main thing, keep God.
There
Like,
you go.
got to stay, be in that word, because without him, you have nothing.
That's so true. So true. Thank you guys for being here today. I definitely appreciate it.
I thank y'all.
Man,
for having
nice
us.
to meet y'all. Thank
Nice to
you.
meet you
We're
too.
going to have y'all on again, seriously, after y'all get finished with whatever y'all got going on and tell us what you won and how things went.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Caitlin, you have anything you would like to say, my silent partner?
No.
No, you're good?
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, thank you so much for watching our episode today. If you like our episode, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel, and to the next one. Peace.